Hey everybody, Pastor Jay here from Know the Truth. I have another story to tell you about when I was an atheist. My parents live out in the middle of nowhere. In fact, they're so isolated that 5 cars drive by their house a day. Well, I decided one day to make a trip to go visit my parents because I haven't seen them in a while. I show up and my mom's already asleep, my dad's still awake. So my dad and I began to talk. After an hour of shooting the crap, he decided he wanted to play a prank on my mother. So I asked, what kind of prank can we play on her? So he pulls out these feet. They were pretty large feet and I assumed that they were from Bigfoot. Now, I know they're not from the real Bigfoot, but they sure look like it. So he wanted me to go out and impress these feet on the snow. That way when my mother woke up in the morning, she would see them and freak out. So I did as I was told because I'm not disobedient to my mother or my father. The next morning, I wake up to a screaming from my mother. My dad was having his morning coffee and we both looked at each other and we both chuckled. So I go out there to the living room and I calm my mother's nerves by telling her that it was just me. Upon inspection though, we noticed that there were other footprints around. Other footprints from Bigfoot. So we're all terrified. So for the rest of the day, there was an uneasy calm around the house. My dad stood in the front yard, I stood in the backyard. We were just watching. So night came upon us without any event. Around 3 in the morning, my sister decided she wanted to come over. She comes busting into the door and I yell at her. I say, why did you come over here so late? Now naturally, she started crying because apparently my voice terrifies people. So I explained to her what happened and she says, yeah, it's funny because I noticed that mom and dad were out on the front porch too. I don't remember my parents being out on the front porch. So I go out there and mom and dad are looking out in the front yard as if there's something out there. I said, guys, what are you doing? So I went into the kitchen to grab a flashlight and went back out to the front porch. I turned it on and faced the flashlight into the woods and sure enough, there were some Yetis out there. In fact, it was a family of Yetis. A mother, a papa, and a baby. And they all had blood on their mouths. So we freak out and we run out the back door. Because that's what normal people do in a situation like that. So we start running up the mountain, terrified for our lives. It was also that moment that I noticed that other people from the surrounding town were running up the mountain as well. Some shit was about to go down. About halfway up, I see this Asian guy in a foxhole that he built into the snow. So I jumped into it because I wanted to defend my town and my family. He gave me a sniper rifle that was in the shape of a guitar and I decided to aim it down range. I unloaded and I killed the entire population of the Yeti. It was then that I got a radio transmission telling me not to shoot the Yeti because there was something else out to kill them too. Apparently these Yeti weren't as bad as we thought. Full disclosure, this was a dream I had a few years back. The story's not real. What is real is the fact that I was an atheist when I had this dream. I bet you if I was a Christian, I would never have had this dream. You see, Christians only have good dreams about heaven, streets paved with gold, and rivers filled with milk and honey. We don't have terrifying satanic dreams. If you guys want to learn how to get out of this religion of atheism, please contact me. With a lot of money and maybe some favors here and there, I can show you the way to Christianity. Come with me before it's too late. Thanks for watching.